Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of They Let Us Talk. I'm here joined by lovely re-recorder Jacob Peel, my lovely co-host Uga Chukwu, and my other lovely co-host Rabbi Ethan.
Why are you using my full name?
I do not like that.
Because today I like you, and I want to use your full name. Is that okay? Okay. Jacob, what are you here to talk to us again today about?
Oh, good question.
Hold on, sorry. For those listening back home, we recorded an episode with Jacob and it got corrupted. So we have to re-record it. And
how does it even get corrupted?
Life.
Damn.
The computer said, not today. No. And it's like, it's a great episode and all, and the computer's just like, I don't want to fucking deal with it, and just fucking...
Honestly, that's fair. Like,
just fucking shit itself.
All right, Jacob, what are you here to talk to us about?
I guess just computer engineering stuff, computer science stuff, just whatever you guys have for me, to be honest.
Whatever we have for you.
I mean, yeah, you guys see your podcast, right?
What do you have for us?
What do you have for us? We invited you on
Tell
here.
me about yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, my name is Jacob.
Tell us about yourself.
My name is Jacob Peel. I'm a fourth semester computer engineering student. I've done research over the summer in regards to high performance computing and machine learning. What else? And I'm currently taking a few of my courses involving computer science and engineering. And I just kind of like tech stuff and anything involving like computers and all that. So,
well, let's start off with something easy, bro.
What are your thoughts on algorithms, AI, and the polarization that algorithms...
Start with algorithms.
So, okay, well, algorithms are very versatile, very vast. There's a lot of algorithms for a lot of different things. So if you go into like a data structures and algorithms class, you'll learn about kind of like the fundamental stuff. So like maybe like a merge sorting algorithm or a quick sort algorithm. You'll have something, and this will be something to like kind of like sort like a data set through, as well as stuff like maybe binary search or something like that. And then you'll get into like the really trippy stuff like A star. I think it was called the A star algorithm. Then there's like Dijkstra's algorithm as well. And there's just all these algorithms that you kind of learn in terms of just like manipulating data and stuff like that. And I think you were also asking about intelligence as well. Yeah, I mean like algorithms play a huge role in pre-processing and during the processing of AI as well as the post-processing as well. I mean, yeah, and it gets really trippy because then you get stuff into like...
Jacob, slow down.
Okay.
Please. Because you guys understanding what he's saying?
Yeah.
Never mind, Jacob, keep going. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So, try to like dumb it down for non-engineer students to understand.
Most of our listeners are not engineers.
Okay.
I want you guys to know.
I think like one of the main thing that you should really know about algorithms is that they essentially run the world, right? Because
like any social media out
yeah,
there.
it's like any social media, right? Like algorithms are gonna have a lot of parameters and a lot of factors that go into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think like if we took a look at maybe like social media algorithms, right? Like I'm pretty sure they also have some sort of like bias in terms of just like some algorithms such as ChatGPT do also have like some sort of bias in that are part of their algorithms, social media algorithms. For me, like, and me personally, I don't know specifically what goes on, right? But obviously you'll see like, social media algorithms, they'll choose stuff they'll choose like, videos, like if you saw in your like Instagram, like if you watch like maybe like one or two videos on a specific topic, then your whole entire For You page is going to be like that topic.
Do you say please and thank you to your chat GPT?
No, I do not.
He's the
I
first.
do.
He's the first one gone when the revolution
Well,
starts.
okay, here's my thing about ChatGPT. At the point it is right now, generative AI is not currently like advanced enough in order to like develop like human emotion and all that. Now, not to discredit the fact that there is
it says you're welcome back.
True. I mean,
sorry to cut you off, but the way that AI works, or at least ChatGPT searches up it looks through the internet for the most likely to be correct answer. So, thank you. The most likely thing you respond to that is you're welcome. Or if you're me, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God, ChatGPT isn't based off of Ugo.
Yeah, it's not to discredit the fact that like artificial intelligence can get really complex and can display human emotion, right? Like I think there was like there was a robot that does have human citizenship.
That's Sophia in Dubai or Saudi, somewhere like
It
that. It's in
might
the
be,
Middle East.
yeah, yeah, and then I think
Well, Smith talked to her.
yeah, Will Smith talked to Sophia. Mm. Yeah, I mean it's pretty interesting. It's stuff that I do want to get into. Especially like for computer engineering. As of right now, like when it comes to artificial intelligence, when it comes to complex algorithms, artificial intelligence, me personally, I don't know really too much in regards to that. Like I say, like I've done this or I've done that, right? Like you'll never know everything, right?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What would you say to the people, the lower working class, that are getting their jobs taken by AI?
Skill issue.
I mean, like, I really don't know, to be honest with you. Like, I never really got into that at all.
I mean, how many people are actually losing their jobs to?
A lot of people.
Actually, yeah.
A lot of
and the strike happening with the
dock worker
boards?
strike right
in
now.
China. I'm pretty sure it's in China. Most of it is like completely done by AI, and it's 25% of what we have here. That's all it takes to run their thing plus more.
And you
Yeah,
also have to
that's
remember
faster.
that their education is free or cheaper
Yeah.
because it's not a capitalist
The
society.
kids are
It's
finally getting more
communism.
playtime.
Basically, in China, we have people who are able to get educated for much cheaper than here in America. We have one of the most expensive education systems in the world,
And healthcare.
and healthcare.
Okay.
And so people rely. A lot of people rely on dock working jobs, factory jobs, and these jobs are slowly getting taken over by AI. When you work in an Amazon factory, not a factory, what are they called? Warehouse. Where you get paid fucking less than goddamn minimum wage.
I don't know about that. You get paid a lot, but the conditions are
Yeah,
terrible.
you get paid
You
actually.
don't
You
even-
you
not
get paid a lot.
but like you get paid like 15 an hour or something.
20.
15 an
20?
hour is not a lot.
20.
You can't survive on 15 an hour in any fucking state.
Well, you get paid an okay amount, not like a great amount to make you survive, but like you get paid an okay amount, but the work conditions are just horrible.
Yeah,
America
that's it.
needs a raise. We are the only developed country that hasn't gotten a higher minimum wage. We are the only developed country in the last. We haven't had a raise in minimum wage in like a federal raise in minimum wage in like, what is it, 10 years? More? I'm not sure because I'm only 20 years old and I've only had $15 minimum wage my whole life. But California now has $20 minimum wage, and even that is not enough to cover cost of living in California.
Yeah.
I think going back in regards to like artificial intelligence taking jobs, me and a friend were talking about like the possibility that artificial intelligence will take software engineering jobs, and so there was like a big scare about like, oh yeah, they're going to be taking our jobs. Artificial like generative AI can take jobs and take the jobs for software engineers. They can create whole websites on their own, and then a few more articles were like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen, and it's simply because of the fact that artificial intelligence, they can do a lot of complex things, right? But they lack as of the moment, they lack the authenticity of that humans do provide. The authenticity, the complexity. We can do stuff like we can formulate connections in things that may not even seem possible, right? Artificial intelligence can really do that only so far.
Well, when thinking into the aspect of AI, artificial intelligence, that's the second thing. When thinking of AI and robots in the workforce, to me, I can counter argument when thinking about, for example, let's pretend we're the boss of a company.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather pay $100,000 for a robot once and maybe maintenance once every 5 years, or pay some worker $25 an hour for 40 years.
That's why we have unions. Yeah, as a boss, I would much rather pay a robot.
Exactly.
But that's why we have unions. You take away the work power of humanity, and there will be chaos. There
But
will be a revolution.
What's like the job that you guys are going to be like? What are you paying the robot to do? Paying for the robot to do?
Warehouses,
Just generality,
Amazon has
yeah.
robots.
Just general.
Just general idea. For example, like granted, if I own a factory, I would much rather just buy myself a robot, reap all the profits, and not have to deal with people.
Yeah.
Especially because then dealing with people, you got safety managers that have to deal with every time someone even cuts their finger and cries about it, saying, "Here, I have a boo-boo, can I go home?" And then that follows by a lot of paperwork. Then there's just the general like hierarchy of people. While you have robots, you just have one bot that does multiple things, and you move on with your life.
You have a very dystopian view of the world. And I mean, monetarily, yes, you would rather do that, but there is also things that I'm sure a robot cannot do.
Yeah, I was going
And that's
to
when you get
say.
human.
I was going to say there's a lot of jobs that there are some jobs that require logic and efficiency more than a sense of beauty and an eye for the world that a robot doesn't have. Like, let's take fashion. You can't have a robot make clothes or make fashion because it's not. It looks at things logically. It will look at best color combinations, best style, and all that. It doesn't have a sense of beauty in its eyes.
Sense of
But
complexity, sense of
A person does. But if you take something like the dock workings or like warehouses, you just need something done quickly, efficiently, and without that much damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you guys saying that the dock workers should just shut the fuck up and not have a job?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying things change with time.
It's a matter of just like
And how are people supposed to react to that? Things change with time.
Things change
sure,
with time.
But these dock workers deserve. That's why unions exist.
Yeah, I'm
There's
not
a
saying
lot
that
of
they don't
things that
deserve
cannot
it,
be fucking.
but it's not like it wasn't inevitable. It was inevitable. That's how the world works. Things change.
it's just a matter
I
of
kinda
whether or
agree
not
with that.
like this specifically, AI taking jobs, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if we had like, every single truck driver that's replaced by an autonomous truck, right? Is that an advancement of human society, or is this like an advancement of human society, or is this just like, is this going to set human society back?
You are not allowed to, in my opinion, if you're going to replace workers with jobs that are taken over by AI, owned by giant monopolies like fucking Amazon or Microsoft, first of all, there has to be stops in those kind of monopolies. Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple should not be as powerful as they are. That's first of all. We there should be or they're not monopolies, they're oligarchies, something like that.
Oligarchies? You said
No. They're
no,
police.
oligarchies.
It's because it's still.
I didn't even know there was another name for it.
Yeah, it's because it's multiple companies together. So
Okay.
America is an oligarch, I believe.
Is it like a monopoly or something?
It is a monopoly, but
Monopoly.
it's not one. It's like many own everything. So it's like a few companies in America own fucking everything.
Yeah.
And there are no safety hazards for that. And so when something like that happens, the people that suffer are the lower class, the middle class, and the people that benefit is the top 1%. Now, as a person that lives in this country and is middle class, I don't think that the top 1% should be the only one that benefits. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree with that.
I think you bring up a good point because essentially like in terms of technology there's like a few there's a few companies such as like Google or the rest of Fang that owns like absolutely everything. It really does come to question is whether or not we're heading into like a dystopia entirely, like Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, everything owned by like one company. That one company is like
Wally.
Wally.
Movie Wally, Disney.
Yeah. Like everything was owned by one company, an American company. What is it?
Was it?
B&E. It was Big and Easy or something like that.
Dude, it's been such a long
I
time
love
since
it's been a
it. One of
while.
my favorite Pixar
It's a great
movies.
movie, yeah, don't get me wrong.
Game theory, film theory ruined that for me. They did a theory that they were eating.
Oh yeah. I remember
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
Matt
yeah, I've
Pat's
heard. I've saw that.
I can't
sure
think
they
it
were.
is something. They
They
most
probably
likely
were.
but like,
Yeah.
Who cares? That's that's
Survival
why
of the
like
fittest.
those humans should not have survived. I'm sorry. Like I do
No,
not.
they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
they
not
really shouldn't
care.
have.
Humanity past that point, they ruined the whole planet. Should not have survived. Jacob, so as a person, I'm not a computer scientist. I think humanity should be put before the idea of computers and AI.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on like a robot uprising? You know?
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility in the next century or so. It's just like I said, it's a matter of like complexity. You know, like if we're able to advance artificial intelligence to the point where they can essentially think for themselves, right? You know, they can serve as humans just like us. Essentially, like artificial intelligence is only as powerful as we can make it, right? Because it all comes back to how humanity creates artificial intelligence, right? If we create artificial intelligence in such a way where it's constantly going to become more complex, then that's like the point where like, okay, yeah, like there's artificial intelligence now able to learn.
But the only thing I think of when I think of like robot uprising are those videos where it's like Alexa intruder alerts, and then it's just like a list of commands. So it's like dim the lights in the house to red, and the last thing is like release Claymore Roomba. And then it starts playing Welcome to the Jungle on the speaker. So like imagine breaking into a house and you hear fucking Welcome to the Jungle, the room goes completely red, and you hear a Roomba.
What is Welcome to the
Release.
Jungle?
That's a phenomenal song.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. And the funny part is, it's like something like that is just so doable. It's so easy. It's just like you just put like a motor, and you just attach a knife to like a stick that is like powered by a motor, right? The motor turns, right? The knife just goes down, bam, bam, bam.
Do you think people will have robots as pets? And like how we have like dog fighting, chicken fighting, or what other like animal fighting? Do we have like robot fighting?
I mean,
we have BattleBots.
have you ever watched BattleBots before?
Imagine just the poor version of that of people fucking putting knives on Roombas.
Oh my
It's like, yeah, get him.
Can a Roomba with a knife kill another Roomba with a knife? Because can a knife kill a Roomba?
Probably not.
I mean, you give it enough, like,
I
give
have
it
to
a
see what
powerful enough
Roomba looks
motor.
like, bro.
They're,
like
they're
a
not
little
fast
circle
enough
that-
to actually like. They'll probably just scratch each other, but you can put balloons on the back of them, put them in like a cage, and then whichever Roomba gets their balloons popped first loses.
Why don't we
That's
get a
valid.
Roomba
It's
for
like-
a room?
Beyblade.
My mom
Kinda.
actually
Have you ever-
offered to buy us a Roomba, and I said no.
Why?
This
What
was
the fuck is a
this
Roomba
was
gonna do in a room?
Yeah, because I don't want it to go in the bath. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be picking up all your hair and it's gonna
Yeah.
break.
Somebody's gonna have to take care of it, and it's gonna be me.
I'm not feeding it. I don't want to
Bro,
take it for
I'll
walks.
take care of it. I'm the tech guy, bro.
Are you gonna clean up after it and take it for walks?
Yes, bro. I don't know about.
You're gonna give it scratchies.
Yeah, of
Some
course.
belly rubs. Gonna clean its tires.
My cat loves we have a Roomba in my house. My cat loves my Roomba.
My dogs hate our Roomba.
No, my cat, you know what he the fucking does? My cat's name is Nut.
Okay, bro.
And he jumps on top of the Roomba and he like turns it off, dude.
That's fucking hilarious. There was one time, my dog Luna, she's terrified of vacuums, and she knows that the Roomba is a vacuum. So when it turns on, she barks at it and then goes to the couch and stays there. But one time she was fighting with it and just turns it off and leaves. R.I.P. Dusty.
My cat is low-key smarter than most people I know, and he's only a year and a half.
Some people say that cats are smart. Some people say that cats are really stupid.
I heard they taste good.
Okay, well,
You want to shut the
Asshole.
fuck up?
Oh my
Asshole, man.
gosh, bro.
It's not the Haitian immigrants, guys. It's Ethan.
Hey man, I'll try
There's
anything
no way
once.
we're keeping that in, right?
yeah, we can. I mean, like, I don't know. Should you guys keep that in? It's your
We'll
podcast.
decide later. Up to discussion.
That's
Roomba, how,
funny.
how do you do Roombas in multi-floored houses?
You don't.
Can't. That's stupid.
I live in an apartment. You can also move
you know
the
what you do?
Roomba.
Two Roombas.
You
I
can
mean, you
also
could
just move the Roomba.
$1,200.
You should get a Roomba per step. in your
Roomba's not
house.
1,200.
No, like single Roomba's like 600.
Yeah. Well, some of them are
two-
like 300 or 400.
Could you possibly like attach like maybe like extendable legs to a Roomba so that
I
it goes
refuse.
upstairs to say?
I refuse.
would
Give
never.
the Roomba legs.
First of all,
I refuse. That nigga
You're
gonna be
putting, if
jumping
you're
on my
putting
bed.
legs on a Roomba, then it's not
Just
gonna
imagine the
be
Roomba
Roomba
teabagging the floor.
It's not gonna be a Roomba. It's just gonna be walking.
But like, no, but like you just put it on the sides, right? Like you put it on the sides, right? And then like when it sees stairs, like the legs like
You think it sees?
Hell
extend.
Bro, that
I
shit gonna
could
look like a
seize.
fucking spider. No.
I can just imagine one of those like old school boomerang cartoons where the Roomba would like pick up its skirt, tiptoe up the stairs, and then
Boomerang
squat
is
back
basically
down.
think of Looney Tunes and shit like that.
Looney Tunes, boomerang.
It's
Yeah.
called Boomerang now.
I've never heard of
Because
that.
I'm just thinking
You're
like
lucky.
that's
Never heard
like
of Boomerang?
not without the
No.
possibility.
Boomerang
That's
is
what
relatively
Flintstones
new.
was on.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
question is, would you create a AI? Right. This is a question of ethics versus legacy, right? Would you create an AI? Basically, it's the best that it could ever be, but in making it, people will lose jobs, but overall, life would be better. Would you?
Carry on. Oh fuck! It's open.
Would you make it? Would you rather care about the legacy and helping lives be better, or would you care about keeping jobs and people having some type of like work?
You want money or you wanna?
It's not even about money.
It's
You're not gonna get
100%
money.
about
It's
money.
not about money.
It's about
It's
money.
about whether
It's
or
definitely
not
about
you're
money.
making life better.
You're not making life better
yes,
by
you are
introducing
making life better.
you
You
know
know-
what AI has done for us? People have become less creative. Water splashed on me. People have become less creative. People have become more lazy. People have
And efficiencies
on-
through the
and-
roof,
and-
right?
people have become genuinely dumber. College students have become dumber. Do you know
absolutely.
why?
Oh, absolutely.
Since
yeah.
ChatGPT got invented. You think that's making humanity better? In what fucking way?
And let's talk about the other positives, because I actually researched this, right? People with medicine. How do you know what medicine to get?
Doctors.
Doctors.
And when a doctor's not available to you?
When is a doctor not available to me? In a country, first
All
of all,
the time.
That's a problem with healthcare. WebMD has caused like the development of hypochondriac disorder. Do you understand that, right?
I love looking up why do I have a cough and
Like
tell me I'm gonna die in 3
genuinely,
days.
like WebMD has made so many people so much more anxious when they have just a simple cold. And now we have AI that is probably going to be just as wrong as WebMD.
As of right.
Yeah, as of right now, probably.
You guys live in a like not real world. This is what happens when you don't
Live
communicate with
in a wor-
humans.
Live in a world where no progression.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You live in a world where there's no progression.
So what was the
Use
question
AI,
again?
but have bait
No,
like,
no, I mean,
like
right now, yeah,
The
I
thing
wouldn't
is,
put.
and I could argue back to the college thing that college students getting dumber, which I believe is true.
Yeah.
But one thing I've learned, at least from the engineering aspect, engineers don't learn fucking shit in college.
True.
We learn everything from the field,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
and ChatGPT is not going to help you there.
And the thing is, with ChatGPT, it explains things sometimes better than teachers.
sure. Explaining
Depends on
is
the
a
teacher.
phenomenal.
It also
Yeah,
like
sometimes
it's
it-
also wrong a good amount of time. Like if you fed it like a physics question, a good chunk of the time, it's not going to give you the right answer.
I agree
That
with
is true. That is true.
Like it's like this like yeah, like if it was like physics it won't really give you the right answer in terms of like writing. I guess it gets decent revisions, but it's not.
No,
always
it
gonna-
fucking doesn't.
It doesn't
No, it fucking doesn't.
really.
It like, dude, I put in a poem just to check my syllable count on it, and it couldn't fucking tell me the right syllable count.
Hmm.
Like that's genuinely. I was like,
I mean, like what about Grammarly though? Is Grammarly good?
Grammarly. I mean, it just gives you grammatical corrections.
Yeah.
But it's like, why? It takes away the personality. It really takes away the personality. It has one way of writing, and it
Because it goes for correctness, not feelings.
exactly.
that's
And the whole point of writing, if we are just a generation of writers that write with fucking artificial intelligence, what the fuck are we? You know, that's why there was a writer's strike,
Sure.
because they started making shitty fucking movies. Started using AI.
I think some professors on campus use AI, generative AI.
A lot of TikTok stories that you hear are literally just random AI generated stories that people put voice to speech on and then post,
Oh yeah.
and then put Subway Surfers under.
And it's brain rot. It's just pure fucking brain
It
rot.
is. It really
It is brain rot. Yeah.
Moving on. So,
Would I create the robot?
Would you create the robot or the AI?
I think one of the reasons why I became a computer engineering major was because I could do a lot with it, to be honest. And one of the things I want to do in life is see how far I can go with my talents and my interests alone. So, going to your question, would I want to do it? Yes, absolutely. Should I do it? That's the question of ethics, and I have no idea. I would definitely want to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because that would be really cool to see. If I can do it, how I can do it, and like how that can go. Because like that engineering process, like regardless if it's like artificial intelligence, hardware, like creating a robot, like once you create something, that's awesome, man. That's like the essence of like engineering.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right in terms of like you have to put ethics in. Like ethics is a huge thing, especially like when you're dealing with especially when you're dealing like with maybe human subjects or like the subject of human lives. Like that should definitely be put into consideration every single time. Like I like to be able to work with stuff like purely with computers is because you can do so much with computers. Once you bring humans into it, then you have to start really thinking about the ethics and whether or not you need to do it. Because there's so many things you can't do.
Okay. So on the topic of robots and ethics, say a robot, a team is making a robot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or AI, and this AI, when created, will destroy the world. But whoever helps to create it won't get destroyed. Would you help create it?
Is the creation of the AI inevitable?
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable, then yeah. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, like I consider myself selfish.
What
but
the fuck is the point of movies like The Matrix, Terminator, and whatever? Nobody fucking takes them as shit that might happen.
Because they're just movies. Man.
Okay,
Because
first of
they're
all,
just
I mean, like
movies.
it's of course, yeah. There's a huge possibility of it, but at the same time, yeah, they're movies.
you all think about what could be done and never think about what should be done. Fucking, there's so many fucking like things in history about like sometimes you don't do it. Sometimes you fucking don't do it.
And sometimes it's inevitable. It's going to happen.
It's not inevitable.
Yes,
it's not inevitable.
Some things are just inevitable.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, a creation of the AI. Is there any way to fight it, like at all?
Look, the creation of algorithms is now ruining fucking democracy in this country.
Even if we stopped it, somewhere in the future,
Someone
it
in
would
the
come
future
back.
will
It
not
always comes
have-
back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like fate. You can get rid of it, but then it's just gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's again,
It's
honestly,
inevitable.
I kind of agree with the inevitability.
Kind of going back to that question, like, if I were to not create it, is there any way to stop that AI?
No. It's, if you don't create it now, in your lifetime, it's not created. Eventually, it's going to be created.
Someone's
In my
gonna do it.
lifetime.
Even if let's just say it'll go back and kill you because you ain't help it come earlier.
If time travel gets invented somewhere in the far future, they come back, kill the guy that invented AI. They're gonna go back, and then maybe AI is still gonna be there, just in a completely different form. At that point, that's just butterfly effect.
Hasn't that always been like a thing?
What?
Like, oh yeah, we create this, it's gonna completely shake up society.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole point of
I mean, Oppenheimer did
Avengers,
it with
like
the nuke.
dream.
I mean, if Oppenheimer didn't create the nuke, then who did?
Eventually,
Someone would do it, yeah.
Eventually, someone would have. It's just like it's a linear. It's not linear, but it's a progression. It's an inevitable progression.
I'd say like Oppenheimer had every reason to create the bomb, right?
Well, he was just doing a job.
Doing the job.
He was hired to make a bomb, and he made a bomb.
If he didn't do it, wouldn't have Germany made it instead?
I don't think there was was there a race to create the.
Yes, there was. It was fuck.
So yeah, someone would have made it anyways.
Yeah, but
Is-
he took the wrong step. Didn't you watch the movie?
No.
Okay.
Is
Whatever.
there anything?
You didn't watch Oppenheimer?
I wanted to, but I was gonna do Barbenheimer.
Yeah, I
Oppenheimer?
watched. I did
I
do
really
Barbenheimer.
wanted to do that, bro. We should do that.
I want to do
Barb-
Oppenheimer.
Okay, I love Oppenheimer. It's great.
watched,
But I
like, parts
love
of
the
it.
Barbie movie.
I really want to see
I
Barbie.
love the Barbie movie.
So what do you?
It is
watch
so good.
first? You watch Barbie first or
think
Oppenheimer first?
It really depends on
Doesn't
the
matter.
outlook.
It was
doesn't matter.
They're phenomenal. Both phenomenal movies.
I would watch Barbie.
I mean that makes sense because it's called Barbenheimer. So Barbie then Oppenheimer.
Jacob, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, is there anything that you? First of all, plug your shit. But is there anything that you want to?
What would you, if you had to tell someone that's coming into the comp sci major, or just generally any tips for people just starting out, or for anyone, what would be your tip? What would you say to someone?
If you're gonna go into computer science or computer engineering, make sure you actually love the degree. Because I see so many people that just go in and they say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in it for the money and stuff like that." That's not gonna work. Especially,
And then they just hate their lives.
yeah, they just hate their lives, and then it's just like, and then in terms of like, especially like if you're gonna go into like maybe like web development, right? Like at web app development, like front end, back end, stuff like that. That's oversaturated at the moment. Right? That's gonna go down. So for me, right, that's not gonna be my forte. Like as of I like I like to have computational mathematics. I like robotics. I like stuff like that. Hence why I became a computer engineer, because I get to be able to touch more onto that.
You're more hands-on.
I'm
with
more
this stuff.
hands-on. Yeah, I get
I
to
like
learn.
being hands-on in my major.
Yeah, like I think that's like a huge thing. Like if you can't in any sort of engineering, if you're not hands-on, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Because so many people so many people graduate out of computer science and
And
they
they
don't
expect
know.
to just do one thing and then they're done for the rest of their
They,
life.
and it sucks too, because so many people graduate computer science and they don't even know how to use a breadboard.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, right?
Breadboard's the journal learning board that you put wires on and
Yeah.
simple components on, and it's connected in a certain way.
It's basically just how you create it. So
Oh, okay.
you'll learn it in you'll learn it in Comp N 270.
Really?
but-
That's in computer
Right.
science?
Yeah, it's in Comp N 270. Yeah.
Okay.
But I in terms of like if you're at Penn State Berks, we do have a coding club. I am the president of the coding club. We are currently working with the technology club to help people get prepared for Hack PSU, which is the hackathon that's going to be happening next weekend. And yeah,
Is Hack PC, is it here or at UP?
it's up at University Park. Yeah, but yeah, what we're gonna be trying to do as much as we can. Yeah, it's been a bit of a slow start for us, to be honest. Like
Yeah,
for me,
okay.
especially, like because it's just all work and all that, and just trying to get everything together and trying to actually like, oh yeah, I gotta actually do this now and yada yada. It's just
Yeah.
always work, but yeah, I'd say yeah, just make sure you enjoy your major. Make sure that you have like versatility in like whatever you do in the present. Like make sure you're doing well in your classes, and make sure you have a decent plan. Like you don't have to know exactly what you're doing. Nobody does, right? Even like as you graduate, you won't have an exact idea, but if you have like a broad band version of it, right, and you're not like kind of jumping around everywhere, I think like that's like a huge thing. If you're jumping around everywhere and you're kind of selling yourself, and you're kind of like selling yourself too thin, like, or stretching yourself too thin. I think that's the saying. But if you do that, then you're not really gonna be learning a lot. You focus a little bit more. Just basically do what you love. Make sure you love the major, and do your best.
All right. And try not to hate physics and calculus.
Oh yeah.
Try
Big
not to hate
thing,
those.
Big thing.
Literally, those are the only things I hate. Only things I hate. Physics. Besides that, I love computer science.
All right, Jacob, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
on as
for
our guest
hosting.
on to They Let Us Talk, and as well to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in, and
Let
we'll
us
see
know
you
what
next
you
time.
think, and
Glad to be here.
yeah.